I not only have a Batman now, I also have a Joker. They're a bit of a white wow for me.
No criminal can hide from Batman.
I got this guy because he looked like this guy. Absolutely amazing. So I'm only going to break something and then end up crying. And the wings pop out. Of course they do, because of course it's a flying bike. Genius. Absolute genius. I'm Batman. And he kind of looks a bit jaunty, doesn't he, with it at that angle. Thought it might be a little bit harder. And that's what she said. Look at my Joker bum. Have to sit in. I have no idea if it works.
What a day.
Hello there, Toybiz Batman, something that I've been after for quite a while. And as you can see before you on the turny table thing, I not only have a Batman now, I also have a Joker. Both are complete with all their accessories. Now these guys are extremely difficult to find over here in the Netherlands, and I don't know why that is. So you can imagine the shock, mixture of joy and shock that I had when I looked upon the Boonsart website, and there they were in all their glory, and as I say, with all their accessories. 25 euros a piece, so 50 euros in total, and I snapped them up. For me, that was an incredible deal for these guys, considering that they are, as I say, in pretty good condition, and for the third time, they have all their accessories. Now, I have been looking for these guys for about 3 years now. They're a bit of a white wow for me. And I had them when I was a kid. Back in '89 when the movie came out, I was Batman crazy. So I had to have these guys. I'm missing the Bob figure, but I never had him when I was a kid. I don't have the Batmobile because I never had that when I was a kid, and I don't have the Batcave because I never had that when I was a kid. I was not even aware that those were available, but I do have the Batbike, which came with these figures. So we'll be having a look at that in a minute. So without further ado, let's have a good look at these figures individually.
Get those wonderful toys.
Batman's battle against crime never ends, and now you can bring the action home.
Batman, haha, you missed. Yeah, but I only missed once. You can't escape Joker. Just watch if you can. You won't be alone for long.
And in the Batcave,
No criminal can hide from Batman. Batman, gotta run to jail.
each item sold separately from Toybiz.
So let's see what all the fuss is about. Why do I have to have this figure, and why has he been taunting me for so long? Well, as I say, I actually had two of these figures when I was younger. One was mine and one was my brother's, and I don't ever remember my brother playing with his one, so I kind of had that as well. Also had two of the Joker figures, but they have long disappeared. I believe that my brother probably found them in my parents' attic and sold them. That's what happened to my Centurions. I'm Batman. Yeah, so there you go. It's funny how we can get obsessed with these little things. Now, at Christmas, I bought this guy. This is a reproduction, a McFarlane reproduction of Superpowers Batman in Batman '89 colors. I got this guy because he looked like this guy, but really there's no competition here, is there? This guy can't even hold anything because he hasn't got holes in his hands. So although he does, if I turn him like that, he does remind me of R. Pat's The Batman.
I'm vengeance.
I'm Batman.
So there you go. That's enough of this guy. This guy, I'm actually going to I'm going to give this guy to a friend who needs some more Batman in his life. Now, this guy, as I've already said, he has all his accessories. So we'll have a look at the Batarang he comes with here. It's pretty cool. and he can hold it because he does have a hole in his hand. It's a shame he doesn't have a hole in this hand so that he could hold both accessories at the same time. Now, the idea of this is that you can sort of loop it onto his belt. That's right, everyone. His belt comes out and he can climb on up the belt like that. Whee! Don't really want to do this too much because I'm scared it's going to snap. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And apparently you can clip this to the belt to make it look like he's holding onto this and gliding up his belt. I don't know, but I'm not going to do that because I can't actually see where the gap is for the rope to go through. Maybe it's there. Bear with me 1 second.
I'm not going to kill you. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
No, forget about it. I can't be asked to try and get that on there because I'm only going to break something and then end up crying. This guy is a little bit sticky. Needs a bit of a clean in warm water. Yay. Oh, I love this guy. Unfortunately, his bat symbol is a little bit worn off, but it's still there enough to see what it is. I'm Batman. Also, he comes with the grapple gun. Very cool. Yeah, very happy with this guy. He bends at the knees like so he can sit down if he should wish to. So, as I did say earlier, I have also got a Batbike that came with this. So let's have a look at the Batbike and then we will see if the Batman will fit on the Batbike. So here it is. Unfortunately, it has got a slight crack in the windscreen there, but that's okay. I am also going to donate this to a friend who I know needs it for his collection. Well, he did last time I checked. Press this button here and the wings pop out. Of course they do, because of course it's a flying bike. It is nice that the mechanism still works. Okay, let's see if we can actually get Batman on it. Well, he doesn't fit on it gracefully, but he is now upon that bike. Shame he didn't have a bike in the movie. Now, they did make a Batmobile for him, and they did make a oh, I wonder what that does. Or is that the stand to stop it falling over, I suppose? Ha! Look at that. Genius. Absolute genius. Can actually display it without it falling over. We should have noticed that earlier. Bit of a lean on. Oh, no, it doesn't like going that way. Perfect. Okay. Well, we learn something new every day. Look, he can even spin around on a turntable thing now. I suppose it does look pretty cool on there. What was I talking about? Let me know in the comments. Batmobile. Yes, they had a Batmobile. An 89 Batmobile was also available, but I never really liked it because it didn't have a roof. I never had it when I was a kid. It does look pretty cool. If I saw one in a shop where I could actually have a good look at it, and it was a reasonable price, then I might pick one up. But I know I don't actually have any room in my collection for one at the moment. They also made the Batwing, and from what I remember seeing in the adverts, it used to fire little red darts. Again, I never had one when I was a kid, so I don't really need one in my collection now. And it also, with the Batbike, I don't need the Batbike. So, but I do know someone who does. And as this came with the figures, it would be a shame for me to keep something I don't really need. So I am actually going to donate this to Luke over at Reynolds Reviews. And maybe he would have already received it by the time you see this video. Who knows? Who knows how the future works? So there you go. We'll put that over there. And I think that's about all I can say about this Batman figure. Head articulation, the cape does plop off. That's why you see so many of them without the cape. Oh, and he can have angry fists. Roar. I'm Batman. Yes, so, and that's the Batman figure. Well, not the Batman, that's the Keaton 89 Toybiz Batman figure. I'm Batman. So there you go. Next, the Joker.
Wait till they get a load of me.
And so we have the Joker, and I absolutely love this figure. He does look a bit goofy with the slightly weird hat that doesn't really fit on his head, but it is what it is. And he kind of looks a bit jaunty, doesn't he, with it at that angle. The cane I always thought was a bit weird, but it does stop him from face planting, which is rather handy when he's on display or on a turny table thing, to that fact. Unfortunately, it is a little bit bent, and it's a very, very soft plastic, which was quite a surprise. I thought it might be a little bit harder. And that's what she said. But that doesn't matter. I was thinking of trying to straighten this out, but it would probably just bend back again over time. So whatever, really. Let's get rid of the cane. You can just see there it's tapered at one end, so it actually fits perfectly in his hand. It's quite a nice detail. Hasbro could have learnt something from that.
Oh.
As I say, hat doesn't really fit on his head. It's got a slight chip out of it, but I'm not that worried about that really, because at least it's got a hat. Look at that Joker smile.
Love that Joker.
A few little chips out of his hair there, unfortunately, but that's to be expected. He's almost 40 years old, I guess. Look at my Joker bum. What does he actually have on his bum there? Probably made in China. I can't read it. There we go. Yeah, China. Is there a year? Maybe. Who knows? So the Joker figure also came. You can see he does have a hole in his flower there, so he can actually spray acid.
Have a little whiff of my posy.
You get this thing to go with it. That just connects into his back. It is a bit of a cumbersome thing. So now, as you can see, it kind of pushes him all over the place. But there you go. There's no water in it. I haven't tried it because I'm not an absolute lunatic. But what you see, it just falls over. So you need two hands. So, you know, you have to sit and I have no idea if it works. Oh, stop it. Yes, this is very funny. Now I have to tidy that up, don't I? Well, I have tidied up all of that water that the Joker squirted out everywhere. That was very funny of him. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Yeah, there is one figure, obviously, I am missing from this range. There was only a range of 3 figures, and that is Bob the Goon, the Joker's Goon. I will be looking out for one. If I can find one, I will get one and I will put him into my collection. I think he would fit in there quite nicely. Why not? Batmobile, as I say, was never really my favorite version of the 89 Batmobile, and never had one as a kid, so I don't really need one. Same goes for the Batwing and the Batbike. So unfortunately, those things will not be entering my collection. And the Batcave, Jesus, that thing's way too big. So that will definitely not be in my collection. Now, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, share with your Bat buddies, and subscribe if you feel that you wish to subscribe. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
What a day.